Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Noel Zone. I decided I'd come on. There is no Classic Who Zone tonight. I still have a lot of prep to do. I've got some of it to do, so I've taken a little bit of a break, and I said I'd come on and stream here as we're not doing Classic Who Zone until next week. Everything that we had planned, obviously, next week. We will be back tomorrow, of course, for this Christmas special, so don't worry about that. We will be still doing that, but everybody's going to be busy and stuff like that. So yeah, I just said it'd be best if everybody just take off. So I said I'd come on for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and wish everybody, see how everybody is getting on as well with their Christmas shopping. Obviously I leave things to the last minute. I will come on camera now in just a few minutes. I'm just finishing off me smoke, but yeah, I got my Christmas shopping done in 20 minutes yesterday. Literally went in, had my list, and went in, picked up everything, left, came home, and now I'm on the prep. I've already got the potatoes prepped, sprouts and stuff like that to get the other root vegetables done, and I've got to get the turkey ready as well and make me stuffing and stuff. So I still have loads to do, but I like to get all the stuff that you can get prepped done today. So then basically tomorrow when I wake up, it's stick the turkey in the oven while the turkey is cooked, obviously, then, and it's resting. Then I get the root vegetables on and all the other stuff, me stuffing, that's going to go with the dinner. Also, if you're on X, we are streaming on X as well. StreamYard and X have come to an agreement now, and if you're on X, your name will come up in the comments. So if you're watching on X, you don't have to come into YouTube now to leave a comment. You can leave a comment directly on X and it'll come up. We've got someone in the chat, Facebook user. Remember, if you're on Facebook, there's a setting that can change that to your name. Or if you just want to tell me your name, let me know who's wishing me a Merry Christmas. We've also got Nicholas Horton in the chat as well. And as I said, I will be live Christmas Day. It seems like everybody, I've seen the big YouTubers as well. They've all been recording the last videos for Christmas. Obviously, I seem to be only one of a very few that will actually be streaming over the Christmas period. We don't let up at all. We always stream over the Christmas and New Year. It's New Year's Eve. It's always something that we've done here, so we'll continue that same trend as well. Nicholas thinks we'll get a trailer tomorrow. Well, that's what he normally does, tell you what's coming up in the series. If not, what they might do is they might drop something tomorrow. But we'll be watching the Christmas special. So come and join me. Sorry, I drank me drink down and went down the wrong tube. So yeah, if you want to join me for that, I'll be here live reacting to the Christmas special. So yeah, as I said, I've got everything in now, so it's just to prep everything. Got the Christmas pud as well. That's red. That steams for 2 hours tomorrow. So I have everything planned. Christmas is where I actually really step into gear. The planning for it, it does it for me. It's not as meticulous as other people. I already know what I'm going to do for Christmas before Christmas. I even know what I'm doing next year for Christmas. Obviously, if I'm still here, if we're all still here, I already know what the plan is for next Christmas. It's clear in my head, so I don't get stressed over the Christmas like a lot of people do. As I said, I like to get most of the. See, this is what people do. They get up early in the morning, they do all the prep, and then they put the dinner in. Then they have to check if they're on the feet all the time. Whereas I've done all my prep now, so well, not all of it, but I still have some to do. But got most of it done, but it'll be done tonight. And then tomorrow when I wake up, then it's just putting stuff in the oven. That's it, really. And cooking the rest of the stuff. So that's what I do. So yeah. So now I'll be on my own tonight. As I said, I've given the guys the night off, and Charlotte won't be available tomorrow either because she's got family and all of that. So it'll probably be just me tomorrow. Unless Chris Ballstreck is going to join me. I'll ask him, but he said talk to him closer, so he'll let me know. Cooking tips with Noel. Yeah, well, you see, Christmas dinner, I kind of have to plan ahead because Cheryl is allergic to garlic, onions, all the stuff that make stuffing and all. So I have to make a special stuffing for her and then make my own stuffing and then obviously cook the turkey. And unfortunately, I can't use any of the stuff that I would like to put on the turkey. Like I like putting garlic butter on mine. Can't do that because Cheryl obviously is allergic to garlic. So yeah, so everything I make, the stuffing is homemade. I bought fresh breadcrumbs. Everything that I do, stuffing's homemade. None of that fucking pre-made shit. Everything is homemade. So once you have a clear plan, you're good for Christmas. Anyway, I'll just come on camera for a minute. I'm still smoking, but I'll just come on anyway. Which is I'll have me Rick and Morty gone. Because it's a bit hippie. So yeah. Camera is a bit hold on. Let's just move it there a little bit. There you go. Now a little bit better. So yeah, just I'll go to bed early now because I've obviously done a lot and I've got some more stuff to do. So I'll get into bed early tonight. Christmas Eve I always do. Get up early Christmas morning and then get the turkey on because the turkey takes the longest. So once that's going, then I can start then getting ready to get the veg done. So that only goes into trays, a little sprinkle of oil. You know yourself, your usual roast vegetables that you have. Christmas, of course, I have to make some allowances for Cheryl. I also have me marrow fat peas because they're big in Ireland. So I have some peas, couple sprouts, of course. You can't have Christmas dinner without any sprouts. So we've done that. Dad makes his own trifle from scratch every Christmas. Yeah, I love trifle as well. But we went with it's only as I've gotten older. I used to hate Christmas pudding as a kid. Couldn't stand the stuff. But last year I had a Christmas pudding and it was wow. And I was just like, yeah, man, I'll get a Christmas pudding this year. So, but I'm thinking of making me own now next year. So I'll have to get the ingredients now in the next couple of months because, I'm going to let the fruits infuse in the brandy and all the other alcohol that I'm going to be using. Might make me own Christmas pudding next year. Um, but the Christmas puddings are better than they used to be years ago. Uh, these mass produced puddings now, like they do actually take a lot of care into them now. Marifat peas are nice. I always prefer them over regular peas. I'm the same as you. I'm the same as you. We grew up with them, so I always have to have them with the Christmas dinner. No fail. Like if I don't have any other uh vegetable or anything like that, but I will have vegetables. Like I love me vegetables anyway. We got Tony Kelly on X again, Elon Musk and StreamYard to come up with a deal now, so people on X can comment as well. Happy Christmas, Noel, from the north of Ireland. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Tony, and to yourself as well, and everybody up there. 2024 is a big year, and we know we're in for because look at today. So Christmas Eve, the Taoiseach and the Tánaiste that this country thought it'd be a great idea to come out after Elon Musk calling X a cesspit while they're using it themselves. Like they have no problem using the cesspit themselves when it benefits them. But when Irish people come out and show the facts of what's going on in the country, it's misinformation and it's a cesspit. I'm not saying there's no misinformation on Twitter. There is, because I see it all the time. I even call people out, like, you know what I mean? What you rehashing the same old shite that's been debunked like decades ago. Like, leave it out. Like, there's a lot of misinformation that goes on every social media platform. You're never going to get rid of it all. But the thing about that annoys me is if this thing is so toxic like they say they are, well, then why are you using it yourselves? And why do you block people? Public representatives blocking people. I got blocked by Dublin City Council. Like the council that looks after Dublin City, those people blocked me. The Gardaí blocked me. These are the people that are supposed to protect and serve us. Blocked me. So 2024 is a big year. The pushback, as you can see, they call it the far right, but we're not the far right. We're just right. But that movement is grown in strength. I know there were low numbers at the last protest, but 2024 will be a turning point. It has to be, because if it isn't, the future of Europe, not just Ireland, is bleak. So yeah, let's keep it going, as I said. But yeah, we'll keep this cheerful today. I'm only on for a few more minutes anyway. I just wanted to pop on and wish everybody happy Christmas, even though I am streaming tomorrow, but that's for Doctor Who, the TV show. So I just wanted to come on and wish everybody a happy Christmas from myself, Cheryl, and Ted, who's gotten spoiled today, believe it or not. So he's happy. He's happy. The dog. He got well looked after today, food wise. So he's a happy little chappy today. So he'll enjoy his Christmas anyway. I wonder, yeah, I'm asking the missus this, and not stupid. I wonder if dogs know, if animals know, like your pets know that it's different. I don't know. Stupid. But I do love trifle. Christmas, yeah. But I got pudding this year. Christmas pudding this year. But a good trifle. Yeah, my dad used to make trifles from scratch as well. Proper double cream. Oh man. Homemade custard. Proper homemade custard. Yeah, it will be. Or they'll probably delay them for 4 days, Nicholas, and then fudge the numbers. It will be interesting. But look, enjoy is our Christmas because because we don't know what 2024 is going to bring. I'm not going to say Happy New Year either because you know every year is the same. Every year gets worse. It has over the last couple of decades, and we keep saying Happy New Year, and it doesn't turn out to be a Happy New Year. So all I will just say is the best of luck for 2024. Um, and as I always say, anyway, it's what you make of it yourself. So only all the outside noise and all the shit that's going on around you, you know, yeah, fair enough. It does impact your life, but you've got to, as I said, you've got to try keep positive and whatever you're doing next year, if you're out there fighting like everybody else is and standing up, you know, keep doing it with those people that you've gotten to know. I've gotten to know quite a lot of good people. Um, and it's going to be a big one for us all next year, without a shadow of a doubt. Say hello to my Mrs. Noel. She's from Ravens. Hello to Tony's Mrs. My Mrs. is from the USA. So yeah, it's what will I say? It's a weird time Christmas here because she misses her family. She gets to talk to them and all, but Christmas is real. We have to have to make the extra bit of effort here because she gets a bit, homesick. Um, but yeah, madness, man. It's mad that we're able to communicate with people all around the world now. I suppose that's the wonders of modern technology and social media, isn't it? But then it has its bad sides, unfortunately. It's just the way it is. We got obviously. I suspect a lot of people are busy, being Christmas Eve, so we got a few people watching. So thank you to everybody that's popped in. As I said, it's great. These are comments come up now, which is brilliant. And some people there just on Twitter just wishing me a Merry Christmas as well. But you know what I love about it? Christmas, everybody is extra nice to each other. But you know what I love about it? I know the people are wishing me Merry Christmas and stuff like that. They've been nice all year round. They don't just make the extra special effort Christmas. They actually are nice all year round. So it as I said, I've gotten to know not a lot of nice people over the year, as we always do when we're here. But I mean, I've met a lot of Irish people that I admire, and I've gotten to know all good people that the media and the government have dragged their names through the mud. Anyway, as it is Christmas Eve, I suppose I might as well fill you in. Sorry, Rahini. Rahini, I asked her where your accent came from, and you sound a little bit like Bertie Ahern. Well, I'm actually from the south side of Dublin, and I was born in a place. I don't mind saying where I was born because obviously it's not where I live now, but I was born in Fatima Mansions, so yeah, I was living in a block of flats. So from the south side of Dublin, yeah. So yeah, that's rough area. Yeah, I had a heroin problem back in the 80s and 90s, late 80s, mid 90s. And then obviously we moved then. We ended up moving to where my mum and dad live now to this day. So I won't say where that is because obviously, you know, people on social media. Um, but yeah, um, I'm not living too far from my parents. I'm probably around what 20-minute walk, but I'm in a different part of Dublin, but still on the south side. Um, we're all still on the south side, of course. But Shooty Gatwa apparently has been blabbing his mouth off. Where is this thing? So an article was dropped. Where is it? So here's the headline, right? And my eyes just rolled when I saw this. Shooty Gatwa teases the gayest Doctor Who ever. Lots of people will feel seen and represented. Gatwa shared about his 15th Doctor's upcoming season. And that's also added to what Millie Gibson said, saying that Doctor Who was going to be very progressive. And then RTD has also come out. So be under no illusion, right? If people were upset by what Chris Chibnall did, well, that was nothing compared to what's coming in season 15 of Doctor Who. And there's nothing you can do about it. Right? And the other side of being celebrated now, also, he liked the tweet. He liked an Instagram post, which there's proof, where a fan had said to him to reconsider casting Helena Bolton Carter because of her anti-trans views, apparently. Now, it has already been established that she hasn't actually come out and gave her views. All she said is that she thought the stuff that J.K. Rowling was getting, the abuse and the harassment, was bang out of order, and people should basically leave her alone. Right? Now, because she's defended J.K. in that way, they don't want her in Doctor Who. Now, a fan brought this up, and apparently RTD, well, not apparently, I've actually seen it, RTD is like the comment on Instagram. Right? So, be under no illusion here. Doctor Who is going to be worse off than what it was under Chibs. Right? This version of the show is not for us. This is Disney, right? This is Disney Doctor Who. That's it. Right? There's no other way of looking at it. It's not BBC Doctor Who. Yes, BBC Doctor Who had its politics, right? But it looks like that this is going to be the most progressive season yet. So, Russell T. Davis liked this comment on Instagram and has said, Helena is a Tory transphobe. Please look into this if trans characters are a priority in the show. And Russell T. Davis liked that comment. Now, why was that comment brought up by the person in question? Well, because it's heavily rumored that she's going to be cast in Doctor Who, and this was some fans' response to that to Russell T, and he liked the comment. I'll read it again. Helena is a Tory transphobe. Please look into this if trans characters are priority in the show. And he liked it. So, number one, trans characters are going to be a priority in the show. And second of all, it looks like if he doesn't cast her and it turns out she never gets cast under him, then he's listened to the gender cult. That's what I'm saying. If you thought that Chibs bound to the feminists was bad, well then you ain't seen nothing yet. And here's the thing: if people think Star Wars is bad, right, with the way they've been pushing certain agendas and their politics and this gender cult as well, right? This is going to be worse. This is going to be worse than Star Trek. It's going to be worse than Star Wars, right? This show is heading towards its destruction. And the sad thing is because of the Disney Plus deal, the deal that they have with Disney, this show is going to be flogged for another 2 to 3 years at least, maximum 3. But apparently they did the contracts for 5 years or whatever, or 5 series. So if that's the case, RTD gets 5 series, right? 5 seasons for people that are confused. 5 seasons, right, of that rubbish. So by the time they're finished, right, Doctor Who will not only have no fans left, but its reputation will be completely destroyed, right? If everybody thought, that's what I'm saying, if everybody thought that its reputation was damaged during the Chibs era, this is a whole new level. It's a whole new level. I don't think she's going to get cast down. If he actually sticks with that, right, after liking that comment, and if he doesn't cast her, even though it's heavily rumored, right, and he's even come out in an interview and saying, no, I didn't want you to take that part because I have better parts coming up, right? So he clearly wants her in his show, right? If he ends up not putting her in the show, right, then we know why. He's bent the knee to the gender cult. It's as simple as that. There's no other way of looking at it. It's exactly what he's done, right? And he's already been criticized by the trans community anyway because the way he handled roles, right? So, I mean, because this is what you see, he's after upsetting them now, right? So now they're upset again because they think that your woman Helena is a perceived transphobe. So anybody that they think or believe is transphobic, right? If he brings them into the show, then he loses them. But he wants them so badly. This is why it's on Disney Plus. He wants them so badly. Well, it's going to backfire on them, Nicholas. It's going to backfire on them. The Chibnall era backfired on them. BBC were going to can the show. So listen, it'll backfire on them. The only thing is that Doctor Who fans like us and the ones that want Doctor Who just to be a sci-fi show are going to have to watch in horror. No, I don't mean actually watch the show. Some of us will watch it because we'll have to, because people will have to know how bad it is. But it's going to be a horror show. And we're going to have to sit there and take it and watch it. And at the same time, then take the abuse and the criticism of these fans. Well, they call themselves fans. Parasites, locusts, wherever you want to call them, cockroaches. Right? We have to watch now. They reboot these shows, Daniel, because, you know, they perceived that these shows were an issue because people have found issue with them today. But what these morons all keep forgetting, and this is the biggest thing that everybody in society keeps forgetting, is we move with the times. You know, they give out about Doctor Who because Doctor Who used a white person to play Chinese people or a Japanese or whatever character, right? an Asian character. But back then, what they didn't realize is that the UK wasn't full of Asian fucking people, right? And there wasn't many Asian actors that were plying their trade in the UK, Ireland, or anywhere in Europe. Okay? Even the great Bruce Lee found it very hard to break into the film industry, and eventually he did. And then obviously his life was cut short, right? But these morons think it's racism, right? When it's not, right? They may do whatever they had back then, and they didn't do it because they were being racist. The character was Asian, so they got someone to play the best Asian character that they could, and it happened to be a white person. Okay? That's just the way the industry was back then. Remember, we move and we grow as a society, and I think we were actually tackling racism until the left reared its ugly head and start telling everybody no, that there's more that can be done. And then they've changed the world, and now we're in a shit fucking situation now. 2023, the world is worse off than it was 10, 15 fucking years ago. And this is when the left really started to dominate and to control things, right? So it's not just a coincidence, right, that everything's gone to shit since the left starts spewing their crap, right? So what happens is because they're perceived to be a problem, these TV shows, because all science fiction shows did it when they were bringing in certain characters. So what happens is then, you know, you get these Muppets then complaining, it's problematic. So then when the shows then come out, they're the activists, they're the ones that are like screaming, well, there was a problem with this character, so if you're reintroducing this character, it has to be changed, so it's not a problem anymore. And all of this bollocks, right? And as I said, they just don't understand that it was the times that we were in, right? And this is why all of their leftist ideology and their belief system is a lot of bullshit, right? It's all bullshit, okay? The industry should diversify itself naturally, not be forced like it is in society as well. And as I said, anyway, you know, we do have a diverse planet, but that doesn't necessarily mean that integration is possible with every single person on this planet. It's not. And this is the problem. They're dreaming of this whole kind of utopia way of doing things, this perfect world. We may get there at some stage when the human race reaches a level of intelligence where, you know, they don't need to rely on certain things, and then things will just ebb away, and then you'll get that utopian. But all this has to happen naturally. We have to develop it naturally. We have to evolve naturally. But the left want, and remember, once they get one thing, then they find something else that's a problem. Then once they fix that, they find something else, and then something else becomes the problem. Then something else after that, and after that, and after that, and so on and so on. So they'll never reach their utopian world that they want, right? Because they'll always get someone that'll be me. That's what 2023, when we have our New Year's Eve party, we're gonna have the me awards, the top 10 me's in Ireland, right? Those me's who made it about themselves when 3 children and a creche worker when a creche worker got stabbed in Dublin City outside the school, right? We'll do the me awards, right? And we'll talk about those me, because that's what we're living in. We're living in victimhood, victimization society, right? Everybody's a victim, right? Everybody's a victim now, right? And everybody must pay because everybody feels like a victim, right? I didn't enslave black people. I wasn't even born, right? But yeah, I'm told because I'm white, I have privilege, I'm a white supremacist, and I'm racist. And this is coming from other white people, by the way, who are literally erasing themselves because they're. I tell you, you know, the world, it's a simple fix, really. You know, you just need to stop listening to the loony left. And, you know, let logic and facts take over again, because, you know, it's funny, isn't it? To make their facts and their logic fit, they revise their history, everybody's history. Remember that. That's the only way they could justify all of this. Remember, the left have been infiltrating every organization, every profession for the last few decades. It's only in recent years, obviously, I said in the last 10, 15 years, that they've really pushed. But they've been infiltrating, right? And that's what they do. They revise everything to suit their narrative. Everything they do, whether it's got to do with gender, whether it's got to do with climate, whether it's got to do with anything, no matter what it is, racism, they just twist the narrative, change the narrative, change history, revise it. Hate all of this revisionism. Look, was the world perfect? No. Have we got things wrong as a human race? Absolutely. Right? Are we learning from those mistakes, and was society moving in the right direction at one point? Absolutely. Absolutely we were. Right? But things changed in the early 2000s. Great news about Ferg running. Are you going to do the same? No, well, I'm waiting to hear back from a few people first, because it is a huge commitment, and as everybody knows that's been following me here on this channel, me wife doesn't be well all the time. So, you know, as I said, if I do it, it's obviously a huge commitment. Something does have to be done. And I really feel like it's something I should do, but I'll hear back. I'm obviously see what I need to have to do first, and what my options are. And if it's viable, as I said, then absolutely. Obviously people have been asking Ferg for the last year or so. And we actually had a discussion a few weeks back on DMs about this particular topic. You know, I think I'm running in the local is a great idea, actually. You know, I wasn't sure at first. You know, I think strong voices for Fergus, they kind of need to be seen all the time, as he does. Obviously, if he goes into this into the local election side of things, well, obviously he'll still be very active, but we won't see him as much, as because obviously he'll be in there. And I suppose having people in there is better than having them on the outside, because they could do a lot more in the inside. So yeah, I'm seriously thinking about it. I'm just waiting to hear back. It's obviously Christmas now, so but I'm waiting to hear back from a few people. There's a couple of parties out there as well. Um, you know, I like Derek's party. I like the look of what he's doing. He's out there every fucking night, man. Um, you know, he's been on a protest there for what, over a month now or something. Um, so I like what he's doing, because he's actually see, this is what I'm looking at. I don't want just people talking. I want to see action from these people. And we've seen it from Fergus. We've seen it from Derek. We've seen it from Gavin. You know, there are people out there that are actually sticking their necks out. So, you know, as I said, you know, I've gotten inspired by all of these people. So, you know, and it's local elections. So I suppose I could do something at a local level, improve the community that I'm in. So if I think I could do that and look for the job, I'll do it. I just thought, see me, someone actually said something. Listen, no, we don't want someone perfect. We just want someone that works hard. I will certainly work hard. I know that for a fact. I'll give it me all. I just wouldn't want to let people down. That's my biggest fear. Because I know what it's like being let down by this whole system. We all do. And I just don't want to be part of that and let people down. Don't be. Well, obviously, you have to fight against the system, but many people have went into politics thinking that they can go in and make a difference, and then they soon find out that it's not as easy because there's a lot of red tape and stuff like that. So the more people we have putting their names forward, that's brilliant. So a few more. We need a lot more people to actually run anyway. And I think I need 300. I think it's 300 signatures or something. I need. I don't even know if I'd get 300 signatures. And again, I don't want to waste anybody's time. I'll only do this if I think there's a chance that I can actually make a serious dent with the main parties. Listen, even if I didn't win, right? If I took votes away from the gobshites, right, and another candidate that was better got in, job done. That's the way we have to be. We have to be smart about it. Not every single person that's going to run is going to win, right? But what you can do is what they do in every other election. You could split votes. But you see me, I'm competitive. Obviously, if I was to do this, I want to win. So, I don't like losing. Even playing games, I don't like losing. Yeah, you're right, Tony. That's all I'll have to do. I'll have to test the water, won't I? It's the only way I'm gonna find out. Um, Obviously, once I get the advice and I know what it's gonna require, then I'll obviously then let everybody know what I'm going to do. But it is something that look. I look at people. I look at some of the people in People Before Profit, and I kind of look at them and I say, well, if they can do it, then I certainly can, because I'm far more intelligent than all of those people that are in that party. I mean, they have no problem passing laws that kill babies here, and they also have no problem with supporting the people that support terrorists, and they also have no problem of of attacking people in this country that they don't agree with. And as you're saying, most of those people that work for that party are absolutely brain dead. So if they can do it, I could certainly do a better job than all of those muppets. Anyway, see, the problem with People Before Profit is they got their power during the water charges marches, which I was part of. Not with them, but me ma, me dad, and myself were actually out. Because I was then living where I'm living, and like they were going to charge me, and I was already struggling. I was like, "No, you're not charging me for water that I fucking drink. Fuck that, right? Con anyway." So we were out every protest, but that's where People Before Profit made their name, you see, and everybody thought, like a lot of people did, oh, they are for the people. They're fighting for the issues that are important to people. Like the water charges weren't important to all the snobs in this country, right? Because they were the ones that were giving out. The typical lefties, they were all giving out, oh, they moaned about all this crap, right? I'm surprised they didn't say you're waterphobic or some fucking shit like that. Waterist. You're a waterist. You won't pay for water. Anyway, I was out at every single one, but that's how they rose. And that's how they got as many seats as they did then in the next election. And it's going to have to be the same from our movement. The biggest topic is in this country is immigration, and the government's ignored, and the media is ignoring, and everybody's far right racist and misinformation and all of this, rather than tackling the topic, having a debate on it, and actually having it out. They don't want debate. See, this is the society that we live in as a whole, there's no room for debate with the left. You can't debate them because they know once you debate them, it's game over anyway. You debate any leftist, you've already won before you've even started. They don't have facts to back them up. It's all of this made up revisionist shit, right? When you actually give them the real facts, then they do what all cowards do. They run. They run. But the fact is, right, listen, I'm in my 40s, right? So every government that I've known has let the Irish people down, right? Every government, right? Now, Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael been in power in this country since we became a republic, right? A little bit longer than that, right? But they've been in power. They've had decades to fix the problems that we have in society, the housing crisis, the healthcare. You know, our youth are lost. No wonder they're out robbing cars and doing what they're doing, right? Even when I was growing up, when I was a kid, same issues that they have today, we had. They've never actually sorted that out. You know, you need to be encouraging your kids to, in great countries, they encourage their kids to get into sport or different activities. They encourage that as they go on in the educational system. And then when they move on, they leave school, then they have other stuff for them to do then, so they can get creative and use their heads and not get into trouble, you know. But no, Irish government has neglected its youth in this country ever since I was born as well. So the same issues that we have had when I was born, we still have today. And yet the Irish government says misinformation. And then they say that we're radicalizing people on social media. Well, let me tell you something about the radicalization, right? Because I can tell you now who radicalized me, right? Because if anybody has radicalized me, it's Leo Varadkar and Micheál Martin and Helen McEntee and every scumbag that's sitting in that dome. That's who's radicalized me. You keep telling me that I'm a scumbag. You keep telling me I'm far right. You keep telling me that I'm spreading misinformation. So if anybody has radicalized the people, it's you guys. And how you confound that and make the problem worse is you haven't sorted out the social issues in working class areas. Or people in working class areas keep getting hammered anytime there's a budget. Right? So if anybody has radicalized me over the years, it's the Irish government and not the people that are speaking up, that are brave enough to speak up to you pricks. Right? So that's who's radicalized me. Now, if I was asked by someone in the media why I have the opinion, I'll say, well, listen, I would tell them out straight what I've just told you. The Irish government have radicalized me. And instead of listening to me and listening to the people, 75% of them, of course, think that we've taken too many migrants, but we'll just ignore that, right? The government, right? They just ignore that. So I'll just say, yeah, 75% of the people on this island said we've gone too far and we've taken too many in. But yet this government wants you to believe that it's misinformation. Also, secondly, 62% of people that have come into this country are unvetted. Helen McEntee's response was, when she was asked, was, well, I do believe that some will go to the Cardiff station and present themselves. Well, what 62% of that figure, Helen? Maybe I'm just, maybe I'm just snowballing here, but, anybody with any intelligence would think that 62% of that figure, at least some of that figure have to be criminals. We've seen it. They go from country to country. They get kicked out of one country, they go to another country. Then when they get kicked out of that country, they go to a different country, right? So out of that 62%, I can guarantee you there's a percentage that have broken laws in other countries and have committed crimes. in other countries. But yeah, you as the Minister of Justice, the response was to that, oh, you know, well, I think people are asking enough to go to the police station, the local guard station, or the appropriate office, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, if you believe that, you're living on fucking cool. And this is why we give out. But according to Helen McEntee and the government, that's misinformation. Yeah. These people. But you see, here's the thing. Do you know what the cruel thing about this whole situation is they actually play stupid, right? But Leo, Mihal, and other people in that doll had the very same opinions that we have today a few years back. See, the problem is they're all WEF puppets, right? The World Economic Forum has its fingers in everything. And Leo and a couple of the other young and up and coming rising stars of parties were basically indoctrinated by these folk. So Leo doesn't have Ireland's best interest at heart. Micheál Martin doesn't either. So they're already lining up and they're going to bail, right? They'll both end up in the EU with very powerful jobs within the EU. Or one of them will definitely be working with the World Economic Forum, right? But the president put out a message, the king is going to put out a message tomorrow, and already apparently it's going to talk about the environment and talk about carbon, talk about all this bullshit. They're all reading from the same script, right? My advice to you is not to be listening to any Christmas message from any politician out there, right? Unless it's one that you know goes against all of this, right? Because none of these people give a shit about you. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a new variant of COVID. They'll be all pushing the jab and the old boosters. To the left, go ahead and take them. We got Peter Davison and we've got Josh also in the chat. Peter from Australia. Welcome. And Scottish Stavros is also with us as well. Right, I was only going to do a half an hour, but we might as well go the extra 8 minutes and we'll call it a night on the hour mark. I think that's fair. But we got Chris in the chat as well. Merry Christmas, Chris. And well, I'll be here over the Christmas, but Merry Christmas. Got the rest of the prep to do, but I'm on schedule. And we got Unknown 289. I think Unknown might be on the beer already. Merry Christmas, mate. Merry Christmas. Yeah, again, I'm not going to, Christmas is usually a time where I do overindulge, but I've done so well to get me weight down that I won't be overdoing it at Christmas. I'll just have me dinner and the bits and pieces, but I won't be having, the big plates that I used to have over the years. We don't need to anyway, and the stomach is kind of shrunk anyway, so it's not going to fucking be able to take all the Christmas dinner. So yeah, I'll be pacing myself over the Christmas. Don't have much alcohol either because obviously the sugar content as well. I know people say, Jesus, now it's just Christmas, enjoy it. I will still enjoy it, man, and I still will get drunk. I'm just saying I won't do over normally Christmas, right? I'm normally drinking now, right? And I don't fit. I drink all the way up to New Year's Eve. I'll have a drink every night all the way up to New Year's, and then drink a bottle of whiskey on New Year's Eve, like I did a few years back. Won't be doing that again. And no more alcohol for me. Ah, well done. But it almost killed you. Yeah, man, we don't want that to happen. No, don't forget that apparently there's a respiratory bug going around now over the winter season too. Something that we used to call cold and flu season. Well, it's actually funny that you say that because my mum has got it. So it is actually out there because my mum has it. She's having difficulty with her respiratory problem. She's having problems. So and she gave up smoking and all, like her and me dad. So yeah. I think this one is slightly worse than the cold and the flu. Um, and Cheryl had the flu. I'm actually even lucky. I'm not even sick. Like she's had to get in the flu and everything. Like, and my mum is sick as well. So there is something going around. Just don't listen the nonsense, the COVID nonsense. You know, you got people bitching, people won't wear masks over Christmas and all this. Look, all I'm going to say to you, lefty twats, is this: if you want to wear a mask, wear one, right? But if you morons can't read a box that says on the box that masks don't protect you from catching colds, flus, and viruses, then you're an absolute moron, right? They don't protect you. You could wear 50 fucking masks and you'll still get fucking COVID, right? And for all you fucking brain dead idiots out there, right? Yous all got a jab, didn't yous? Didn't yous? Right? They said it was 100% effective, didn't they? Didn't they? Yes, they did. Right? Then it was 98. Then it was 97. Right? Then it was 80 something. Then it was 60%. Then it was less than 60. Right? He's bought the bullshit. Shut the fuck up. We're sick of you moaning and crying and bitching. Right? Okay? We're all going to get on with our lives. Simple as that. If you want to fucking bury your head in the sand and continue to be brainwashed, that's on fucking yous. Right? Okay? Right? Go ahead. They'll be rolling out another vaccine. They'll be rolling out the jabs and you'll all fucking line up like sheep, won't you? Right? And then when people start dropping like flies like they did the first time, right, you will blame climate change and everything else. Barchik blame the thing that's responsible. Bloody masks. Get the fuck. He even says it on the box, they don't protect. Jesus Christ almighty. There's people are stupid. Stupid. Right? I've probably had COVID a couple of times, right? I definitely know I at the start of it, I definitely got it because I was bad. And I was literally bad. Seriously, I actually thought I was gonna die. Right? But I got no jab. Right? No jab, no booster. Right? Okay? And I'm fucking alright. And I've been alright since. And if I get it, just like Lee got it a few months back, he's fucking fine. He didn't get no jab either. Right? Nobody needed to get a jab, right? It's the same with the flu when they give you the flu shot. You don't need it. You've gotten flu plenty of times before. Lensip and fucking plenty of vitamin fucking C. Couple of days, hot soup, plenty of fucking fluids, and you're better. Right? And I've gotten a couple of bad flus over the years, I've got to be honest. Right? But everybody around me is fucking sick, which means after Christmas, I'm going to be fucking desperate because that's what happens, man. Right? I'm able to repel all of this shit, right, that everybody has. And then after everybody's better, then I get fucking sick. They stopped at less than 20% effective, but keep lining up to get the. I know. Listen, whether you believe the conspiracy theories about the jab or not, right? The bottom line is, right, it's not effective because people were still getting COVID, right? So that alone to me is enough for me not to get it. Simple as that. Fucking sick of these morons, right? Every time. Just enjoy our fucking Christmas, right? Because God knows whether we're gonna have many more Christmases, right? Because the fucking world leaders are all determined to fucking turn on each other and then who suffers? We all fucking suffer. Right? So shut the fuck. Enjoy our bleeding Christmas. Right? And it's Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas. Right? Fuck this happy holiday shite. Right? It's Christmas. The birth of fucking Jesus Christ. Christmas. No, I won't be drinking heavy. Sure, didn't get me whiskey in this year, which is unusual because you know I always get me whiskey. I didn't get me whiskey this year. I mean, I could still get it after Christmas, like, for New Year's, but I haven't gotten me whiskey. I have a few cans of the black stuff in me fridge. For anybody that doesn't know, it's Guinness. I don't actually have something else that's black in the fridge, just in case anybody, because you got weirdos nowadays. What does he mean by the black stuff? Well, it's gonna get banned. I mean, they're already are, aren't they? Ban Christmas. Fucking to tell you something, right? They ban fucking Christmas. That's great. Ban Christmas. Go ahead, right? Because the whole fucking as soon as it goes into the autumn, right? Soon as fucking Halloween's over, I'll be celebrating Christmas all the way up, right? Just to piss you off. Like you do with Pride and all that other rubbish. I'll fucking over celebrate it, yeah. I'll have me Christmas music player now. Let them knock down my fucking door and tell me Christmas is banned. Go on. Fucking laugh at you. You can lock me up as well, right? I'll shove a Christmas tree where the sun don't fucking shine. Ban fucking Christmas. Fuck yous, right? They talk about tolerance, right? They talk about tolerance and inclusion. Yet these pricks from other countries don't come in here not tolerant to our fucking values or our traditions, right? Fuck that shit, right? You get what you get, right? It's as simple as that. If you're not tolerant of our fucking traditions, why should we be fucking tolerant of yours, right? Fuck that, right? Christmas is a fucking beautiful time. Great story, the St. Nicholas story. Forget about the birth of Jesus because we know that was moved for the winter solstice, but we know that Jesus was born in June or July. But that doesn't matter, right? Still, Christmas means a lot to a lot of people, especially Catholics around the world. And there's plenty of us. Fucking hate these people. Yeah, it's not even a week anymore. It used to be a week. It used to be a day. Then it was a week. Then it was a month. Right. But they say it's still a month. But yeah, it's every fucking month they've got something new. Oh, now it's let's all remember we got pronouns day. Now we got another label here day. Here's another one. This is sticking two fingers up me backside pronoun day. Oh, in the perfect utopian world, everybody's trans, bi, gay, lesbian, and there's no straight people on the planet. That's the perfect utopian society. But they'll never get it. They'll never get it because the simple fact of the matter is that people will fall in love who they want to fall in love with. Not all people buy into this gender. Not all people believe what they believe either. And it doesn't matter how much you try to say it is this and that. You're always going to get people like me and people throughout history that will always have the logic and the sanity. The sooner these loans are all locked up, the better. Um, because they're doing a lot of damage to our kids. They're ruining Christmas. They're ruining everything. They're taking everything away from us. Everything. Our entertainment, everything that we grew up with, everything that shaped us as we grew up, they're taking away from us. Doesn't matter what country you're from, they're taking everything away from us. Right? We can't even have our holidays. Right? And they do manage to get Christmas banned, right? Be Christmas, then it's Easter is up on the chopping block. And then so on and so on and so on. So they can erase our religion, but then what replaces that? And we already know what replaces that because the lunatics are supporting it. Yeah, political correctness. Yeah, I remember when that word was first ushered in, and you knew you were going down a slippy fucking slope. The problem is that these lunatics are in power as well. These brainwashed fucking loons. We need to get them out. I'm going to get myself a 3D jigsaw and a pasta salad. God bless Noel. You too, Tony. Um, and I will leave it there, folks. But look, again, obviously, I'll talk to you again over the Christmas and New Year's. But I just want to thank you all again for the support this year. It's meant a lot. And to all the new people that have been supporting me on X, the people that have been supporting me on YouTube, um, and Facebook, obviously. We've got people on Facebook as well. I just want to say thank you all for the support. Now, remember, 2024 is going to be a big year on Rumble, because the Rumble channel will be up in full swing, and we will be concentrating on the Irish side of things. As I said, this channel is more talking about the entertainment side of the indoctrination and all of that other shit that's going on in our society. But on Rumble, I will be bringing on people that have been big vocal voices in the movement that's been happening in Ireland. And as you know already, I do film the stuff when I'm there at the protests, because, the media are always lying about what goes on in these things. So people record these speeches and record what's going on at these gatherings that we do have, so we can put it out there for everybody to see. So on Rumble, we'll be getting very busy down on Rumble in 2024. So for anybody that hasn't followed me on Rumble, get following me on Rumble. The link is in my X account. If not, just go on to Rumble. I'm under the Noel Zone on Rumble as well. Go and support me there as well, because as I said, we will be streaming a lot on there. We'll be having late night topics, conversations as well. We'll be bringing on a lot of Irish people. We'll be getting their opinion of what's happening in the country, how it's impacting their communities, their lives, and all of that. So we got big plans for the Rumble channel. So please go and support it there. And that's where I'll be talking about Irish politics and all of that other stuff. I don't like to do it on this channel, but every so often I will talk about it, because it is happening in my country and it is affecting me. So, yourselves, it does bleed in sometimes. But until now, enjoy our Christmas Eve. And to any of you that have little ones out there, good luck tomorrow. Because I know Christmas morning, because we were all kids, we all remember Christmas morning, don't we? We're all fucking, do you know, when I was a kid, Christmas morning, I couldn't fucking sleep. Couldn't sleep. Eventually you would go to sleep, but you'd be very excited. But you'd be up the crack. We used to always get up before parents used to fucking hate it. But we weren't allowed to open that until they got up. So my dad would get up first, because he'd put the kettle on to get the cup of tea ready, because my mum would always take a little bit longer to get out of bed. Then eventually she'd come out, then my dad'd have the cup of tea, they'd sit down then, and we'd open their presents. So yeah. So I know how excited you all get as adults. It is mostly for the kids, but for us, especially if you have kids, the excitement of watching your kids open those presents. So good luck to you tomorrow. And I hope you have a very unstressful day, but it's Christmas. It always is fucking stressful. And I'll see you all tomorrow for the watch along, where we'll be watching live and reacting to it live here, Doctor Who's Christmas special. So come and join me for that. Until now, Merry Christmas Eve. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. And whatever you are doing, getting those little bits and bobs done, I hope you get them done before you head to bed tonight. And as I said, we will see you soon. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe there as well. And I see Chris has put me Rumble channel in there. And go and subscribe to the usual folks. as we always, we always, well, PD doesn't be normally here, and he puts them in, but, Real Super Doctor, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Jack May, Gobstar, um, Scottish Stavros and Friends wrestle with Pop Culture, Aldred Audio Visual, Problem Being, and Sean from the Nerdaholics as well, Gary from Neurotics, and my good friend Bowley Bowlstreck as well, who hopefully might be joining me tomorrow for this Christmas special. So that if he does, that'll be fun. Everybody loves his reactions. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Anyway, see you later. Have a good one. Talk soon. I thought yeah, so the character is just dancing there, so you don't have to make an effort in the game. Mm.